Hello there, everyone. It is me, the Expletive, and today is the day you've all been waiting for. What if that was Technoblade Part 6 or 7 or 5? I don't know. It's been a long time, but guys, whatever part this is, I'll look it up. It's probably part 5 or 4 or 3. I can't remember because you guys have been really hyped to seeing this, so I'm releasing it. Also, check out the content. I'll be making some, well, a bit of like some frills and chills. Also, I'm gonna make a live stream of what about with Technoblade. When we get to part 5, that will be the live stream. I'll be talking about live with a few of my friends. So hope you're down for that, but be warned, I'm still working on the live stream bit. So after I get everything all set up, then we will be able to get it. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll shut up and get to the video. As Technoblade was in his little house, and Alethea and her friends from the Lucky Familiar looked at the city that they followed Tommy. Because I can't remember who they followed, but I'm pretty sure it was Tommy because Tommy's an idiot. Tommy in it. Well, you guys know what I mean. As they both, as both like two people went with her. I can't remember like the people, so I'm gonna say like two people went with her. I think it's Tina and her older sister. Yeah, or the twin Amazons. Yeah, the twin Amazons went with Alethea. So the two Amazons found, and the little friend Elf found this little city that was abandoned, but most of the buildings were being ripped apart and rebuilt. However, they felt something like calling the name, like, "Excuse me, miss, hello." As they look down and see Michael, baby Michael, the pig one. But to make sure he doesn't like they don't scare him, that he doesn't scare him because half his face is kind of rotting, which it's not. It's just that that other side of his face is permanently rotting. So at least put like an adorable little mask on. And all the three girls are like, so adorable. They like literally like grab him and like pull his cheeks like as he says, enough, enough. As they're like, oh, sorry, you're just so cute. As Michael's kind of blushing like as Michael like snaps himself out of it like, okay, Michael, your two dads said bring in customers. Okay, you can do this. You can do this. Hello, my name is Michael, and I am part of the Hestia uh, as Lee feels like, kind of laughs like, Familia, you about to say? As as Michael says, yes, Familia. Follow me. I bet you pretty much. Are you? How exhausted are you? Or are you thirsty? As they say, yes, we're quite thirsty because we just came back from our little expedition. As Michael like smiles, and he has the most smile of like a 15, like a child, or like the most adorable thing in the world. As then they say, as then Michael says, follow me. Both the Amazon twins and Leafia follow him. And they arrived at a cafe that was almost done being built. And the sign what they were looking at had Michael on it, him having a tea and a little donut. As Michael says, here are your seats, customers. I'll go get my dad. As Michael leaves, and all the three like girls say, he's such an angel. As Michael tells Tobo and Ranboo that they have customers, and Ranboo's like, oh, we have customers. Nice. Good job, Michael. They'll be the first customers to try out our tea. And Turbo's like, don't forget our sweets. As Rambo's like, oh yeah, the sweets. As Rambo's like crossing his fingers, like, please, I hope Turbo made the recipe right. As Ramboo's getting ready to tea, Turbo's getting the little sweets ready. As Leafia's like looking at the huge abandoned city and all like the leftovers of it. It was quite surprising that, well, it's not surprising. She knew that this part of the city was abandoned, but she didn't think anyone would be living here. More than that, she thought that no one could even live here anymore. Apparently, there's a Familia that's living here. However, it looks like they're making, looks like rebuilding the city, which quite fascinates her. She is really like curious, where does Familia come from? Or how did they get so many members in this short time? As they all liked, as finally, no, let's put some background into this. Hey Leafia, Tina says, what do you think of this place? As Leafia says, well, it is pretty amazing, and I like it. Oh, it is pretty amazing, but how much does it cost anyway to rebuild this? You want guys wonder. The sister that had the sister that, well, the other sister at Amazon that did not have any, th- just had nothing on her chest. Just says, well, probably costs about a lot of Valis, probably about 20 million to get the resources and materials. As the other Amazon says, yeah, same, but one thing that does fascinate us is to get Familia this fast, or not, we have not heard of this Familia, because they have like a lot of members, because we're like seeing a bunch of them. Some of them are weird looking, some of them are just, have different colors. As finally, someone came out of the restaurant, and it was Ranboo. It was like, hello, I am Ranboo. As they both looked at him, like they see has like half his body's white, like the left side's white and the right side's black completely. And he says, "Oh, I'm guessing you've never seen me before." As they both thought he was some type of monster, he's like, "Don't worry, I'm human. Just I was someone put a curse on me, and I look like this for now, like now." As they say, like, "Oh, we're so sorry about that." Like, yeah, well, you get used to it after a while. I see you've met my son, Michael. As they say, wait, that's your son? Yeah, well, so, here's the tea. All of them take a sip of it, the Familia members. And as soon as they took it, they felt relaxed. Like, though, so very soul inside, like, all, like, their stress and relief finally, like, was, like, gone. And they were really happy about it. Like, really, like, relieved. But then they asked, man, this is really good tea. How'd you make it? As Ranboo, like, says, sorry, that's a family secret. But it's just a few sugar, a few some bamboo, some of the bamboo milk. But that's all I'm going to reveal. As he leaves, and another person comes out. It's Turbo. Turbo's like, oh, hello there. With this, because he's so energetic. As he starts to da 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 give them the treats. And Miraba's like, oh God, please, please, for the love of God, be good. As in the moment of truth, all of them took off. All of them took the things and ate them. And all of them says, so sweet. Got to Belle. As Belle was like reading a book in his house far away from the city, Belle decided to actually let Hestia live with him. Because it's better to keep a guard on your goddess if you know where she is. As Technoblade decides to get up and put the book, or decides to get off the chair and put the book back, Hestia woke up. And when she woke up, she looked at the house she was in, and she must admit, this house looked way better than the church, but she can't remember how she got here. As Technoblade's like, oh, hello, goddess. You're awake. As Hessia's like, oh, this is Technoblade. Or a Technoblade. And he's like, just call me Blade. It's like, okay, Blade, so, um, how did I get here? Hestia asks. As Bo puts his hands together and just says, well, you see, you were really drunk after you finally got a huge Familia and you wanted to celebrate, so all of us didn't want to go except for me, so I actually made sure you walked home properly. And you were so drunk, you tried to kiss me, and as soon as you tried to, you actually fell unconscious and went to sleep. So I just picked you up. I carried you all the way to my house. As Hessie's like, wait, how far away from the city? As Tuckblade's like, oh, about 45 miles. And she's like, how how did we get here in that amount of time? We were in the city. 45 miles would take, I don't know, 3 months. As Tuckblade's like, oh, well, we actually made a little rail system. As Hessia's like, what? It's a rail system. As Technoblade's like, well, let's just say that it's a sort of method that you can fashion, like a railway, like how dwarves use. It's like, oh, you mean those type of things? And Technoblade says, yeah, those type of things. Oh, so, do you want to know something? What? Well, the thing is that we've been busy rebuilding the church, and it's finally gotten done, so do you wish to see it? As Hessia's eyes begin to fill with glitter and excitement, it's like, sure, yes! As Tickle says, Blade, or Bell says, follow me. As Technoblade pulls a book out of one of his bookshelves, and it reveals a secret passageway, and it's leading to stairs. As Hestia was really curious how she made it, then she started to. Then he decided to, say, follow him, actually. After that, they went down to the little stairway, and she just saw the mob spawners, but they had the lights on. As Hestia says, what are these? And she says, oh, they're spawners. As she says, spawners for what? To spawn monsters. As Hestia's like, are you insane? Wait, monsters? Like, not those type of monsters in the dungeon. The monsters that don't, when you kill them, they do disappear, but they drop, very rare items. As he pulls something out of his jacket. It looked like a little, looked like a clam's pearl. But the color was really dark purplish and blue, and she could see her reflection in there. As Belle says, that's not the half of it. As Belle just throws it right behind her, and she turns to her right, and she just sees Belle right in front of Belle right behind her. She's like, how'd you do that? Hestia says. As Technoblade says as well, you see, goddess. It's called an end pearl. It's able to let you teleport. However, you will get hurt by this if you use it too many times. Since my body has been actually used to it for a long time, it does not affect me. However, we only use this for emergencies. As she's like, do you know how valuable this would be in the market? As Belle says, quite valuable, and also dangerous. As Hesty's like, dangerous? Well, you see, Imagine what would happen if these start going to the market and everyone started using them. Hestia was trying to imagine it would be a good thing, but then she thought of the other possibilities. There would be so much there would be so much people wanting to get where he keeps getting them, no matter what. And also, hey, and also Hestia, we have items that probably would be. We actually are pretty good blacksmiths. Blacksmiths could even rival your friend Hephaestus. As she says, "Wait, I didn't tell you about Hephaestus." As Belle looks at her like, "You told me about Hephaestus, how she kicked you out when you were drunk." As she's having her face down in embarrassment, yeah, next time keep your drinking under control, goddess. Anyway, wanna get back to the church? As she says, "Yeah, but we were going there and I don't see." As Belle simply just pulls a lever and reveals a hidden staircase. Hestia looks at him "How many hidden passageways do you have?" As Belle just smirks "I have them everywhere." As Hestia begins walking down the stairs with Belle, as soon as they get there, Hestia sees the rare cart, and she